So we just want to talk about some uh, commonly perceived differences in how humans and other animals, I guess, think, feel, experience the world. Um, the minds, the mind systems of humans when compared to other animals. Because uh, full disclosure, um, we don't have any degrees in anything or anything like that. We have taken some college courses and watched a lot of science YouTube videos, and just gone through American education system, and graduated high school. So you know, take what we say with an appropriately sized grain of salt. But we feel that we've been increasingly confident over the past few years, and especially over the past year or so, um, that there are some commonly held misconceptions, um, and just like things sort of accepted as fact that we don't think are true with regards to um, how humans think in comparison to how animals think. So just in general, a general overview, we feel like a lot of humans think that there's something sort of special about the brains of humans, or the souls of humans or something, if they believe in that sort of thing. Uh, that is just a completely different, like, kind of experience from other animals, or that other animals don't have an experience that. And uh, people have varying ideas of what this difference looks like, and refer to it as things like self-awareness, or higher level reasoning, or sentience, or um, things like that. Um, and our view of things is that on an individual level, and really on any level, but um, we'll just bear with us. We'll explain it. On an individual level, humans do not really have any meaningful psychological differences. Um, that is, like, in terms of something that is completely new, something that is completely different from uh, what many other animals have. Humans. Uh, there are a couple things that humans have invested a lot into, um, communication and language. Many other animals have that. You could say that all animals have that in some form, at least communication, but um, humans have invested in it very heavily in expression and language. Um, Reasoning is something that many animals have. Uh, Again, many if not all. But humans have just invested in that very heavily. Um, uh, what was the other one? Can I pause this recording? That'd be nice to give us some time to think about things. Maybe we'll edit it. Another operation to do with this video. Anyways, language, reasoning, pattern recognition. That is something that many, if not all, animals have, but humans have invested in that heavily. And so, on an individual level, we don't think that humans are really special, like really all that notable in terms of biology and psychology. Like they have interesting variations in how they think, but they're not, not sort of beyond the normal amount of variation that can be found in biology of any given traits. And the mental stuff doesn't have a solid reason to be focused on more than any other aspect. At least not how we see it, but where humans really start to become very different and very interesting, but still still not something entirely new. We don't think still animals, just very interesting animals. Is humans' connections with each other through communication, that we have invested heavily in, through pattern recognition, which we use to facilitate language and written language. Humans can pass down and share ideas, and that allows the ideas themselves to evolve in their own way alongside us. And of course, technology, not to mention technology, but we've also invested heavily in that kind of sort of material analysis and manipulation, which allows us to make technology, which is something that also sort of evolves alongside us in a non-biological way. And so that is how you get all the shit that humans make and do over the couple 100,000 years that we've been around. we uh as a as cultures and as lineages we change, um and as individuals too, we change a lot more rapidly than uh most other animals do in most ways. um I would I would say that's maybe that's the thing that you could point to, um that is like the biggest sort of uh difference that humans have, which, like, there's many ways to look at the situation. It's not like, but that's one thing that you could point to that we would say, yeah, is like humans change very rapidly for biological beings, in some very interesting ways. But we would like to we see it as it's not, it's sort of humans. I mean, humans themselves aren't really changing that much. It is the culture and the technology that humans plug into and interface with that change so much. And we think that, like, there's no reason why, I guess, if other animals were able to plug into our culture and our technology in the same way, then they would also, um change rapidly in the same ways that we do. But it's more difficult for them because it takes heavy investment in dexterity and pattern recognition and uh, communication, which most animals are focused on other things, on a biological level, um, and we just feel that there is a sort of uh, superiority complex, uh, an insecurity, or just a feeling of wanting to be sort of better than, um, feeling that we are better than the other animals, and that we could go into that, um, for a long time because that goes pretty deep. But I don't think we're gonna get into that today. Um, but we just want to stress, like, we're not that different in the first place, which is what we went over. Uh, and B, our differences do not make us superior and them inferior. And that is really the heart of why we feel, um that this is a necessary and worthwhile thing to talk about, because uh that sort of attitude is so harmful and so painful to witness. um we are Therian, some of our members, and so a lot of us, still feel a very strong uh, kinship with animals who are not humans. We well, if you don't know what Therian means, it just means you identify as non-human, basically. it's more specific than that, but basically that's the gist. And I mean that's how we use it. It's just we had to identify as non-human. Um, and you know we connect with those animals and we see the same beauty in their lifestyle we that many people see in human lifestyle and see as like something that's sacred, but you know people tend to only apply that to humans and that makes us really sad. um because it's not just us, you know. The beauty of life didn't start when humans got here. We just crashed the party like a couple 100,000 years ago. It's shit's been going on for way longer than that, and will continue to go on long after we're gone. Um, so yeah, that is just sort of some feelings on that topic that we've had on our mind for a long time and lately, and wanted to get those out there in some form. We hope we believe and we hope that one day um, nobody will be looked down on for their species. Nobody will be excluded or insulted or um, seen as lesser for what species they belong to. Now that would be a pretty nice world to live in, we think.